we've two main timings for reseeding in Ireland. The majority, I suppose, is done in the spring and the autumn time. Personally, I would favour the springtime. I think you have a lot more control on production, weed control, weather-wise, and so on wise. So ideally, contracting wise, there's no issue getting contractors after spring barley or wheat or whatever is put in. So there's no problem getting contractors and before first cut silage. So what we're talking about is we're setting a target of 60 days of a turnaround time. So ideally we're coming to second grazing, probably the second week in April. We're spraying it off. We're coming in and we're grazing it very tightly or cutting it. Important to get all that trash off. So if you're grazing it, it has to be tight and maybe mowed if you're not going to plough. We're talking about a 7 or 8 day turnaround from spraying to cultivating, whether that be disking, ploughing, stitching, whatever way you do it. Also, the big advantage of spring reseeding is that it gets the grass back into production again. As I said, 60 days from grazing to grazing. It also is ideal timing for controlling your weeds. You have the year afterwards to look after your weeds. So the weeds, ideally, the dock is the big one. Docks need to be sprayed when the leaf of the dock is the size of your thumb. You're talking about 5 to 6 weeks after reseeding to look after the docks. So yeah, spring reseeding, you will get the same amount of grass off of that field in that reseeding year as you would if you didn't reseed it. So there is no loss of production that year, and then the following year you obviously see a big sign.